Hey, welcome to Higgs Corner. So this is really happening. A little bit of time in my man cave here where we explore what music has to say to us in different ways. Music has been a savior my entire life, and I just kind of really enjoy sharing the magic of it with anyone that I can. So that's really kind of what we're about today with Higgs Corner is seeing what music has to say to you and to me. There was a number that was available, and let people make some calls. But we'll use music to help answer those questions. So I think we're going to start this baby by taking some calls. How's that?
Greetings, Mr. Derek. This is Frank Stein in Topeka. I've been feeling deeply out of place in these fast-changing times, and I need something to bring me back up to speed. Hell, maybe even ahead of the times, if possible. I need something truly progressive. You got anything like that for me? Thanks, Mr. Derek.
Topeka, did he say? Okay. You probably know what's up. You said you want to be brought up to the times, maybe take you ahead of the times. Let's see if this works. Are you familiar with John Hassell? John Hassell is a musician who is one of those people who has done a lot that we don't know about. I'll tell you this much, Brian Eno pretty much got the idea of ambient music from this guy. Okay,
What year is it?
This is his brand new album here. I can play his very first album back in the 70s. This is brand new. He said he wanted something to bring him up to speed. So let's see if this works. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring it up just a tiny bit. John Hassell, man, just hold on now. It's coming. Listening to Pictures is the name of this one. This is a new one. He's been around for a while. And liftoff. You say you don't feel like you're part of these times? Could it be because you feel too much? You know too much? This music contains that. It recognizes. You know. And that knowing is a weight. No wonder you don't feel a part of these times, my brother. This music is for you. John Hassell, listening to Pictures. Oh, by the way, this man is 80 years old. He made this album, baby. So if he can do it, you can. I know you're listening to the music, but it just kind of just brings some thoughts to mind, you know. Mind is tricky, my friend. And We live in a world where things are moving quickly all the time. It's a constant overload of information, too many choices, too much stuff flying at you. And on top of that, practically everything is politicized. And so as a result, it's hard to find clarity. I feel out of step with the times, which is why music is such a sanctuary. It's beyond that, it is my focus. Creating it as well as surrounding my world with it. See, by now we're just about heading over the horizon, looking at a whole new possibility of how to live, how to feel, how to be. Because it shit is wide open. You hear it? There was a school of music and thinking that was happening back in the early 60s. John Cage, Terry Riley, Lamont Young. They were getting into drone, just intonation, long form compositions where they would set up drones that would last for like maybe 24, 36 hours. Terry Riley, Lamont Young. Did you guys know that John Hassel was one of those people? You knew. I'm up here with Mace, yo. I got my peeps in the house, yo. You know what I'm saying? We're vibing. We're at Higgs Corner, okay? All right? Got my peeps here. Okay, so I hope that helped, my friend. Or maybe it would, point you in a direction. That's what I have today. Let's try another call.
Hi, Derek. This is Kat from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm a dancer and a choreographer and always looking for new music to move to. And I was hoping that you might have some suggestions for some music or some sounds that might help me visualize movement.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Movement. Oh, I think we can go so many different places. Okay, I'm going to, don't go too deep, Derek, just, okay.
Is it all alphabetized up there?
Yeah. We're going to try some Durutti column. Okay. Now, the other thing is I have to try to find the particular track I'm thinking of, okay? What do I keep doing with my glasses? I'm blind as a fucking bat. Okay, now, I got to skip around to find the track, all right? Just 1 second. Okay, never mind. This one will do. Coming up. Durutti column movement. Let's see what you think on this one, okay? Obey the Time is the name of the album. Now, the reason why I thought of this, when I hear this, it doesn't sound like expressive dance music right away, but I hear it and I see movement like this. Okay? But you ought to be listening to some Durutti column anyway. Durutti column, okay, this relates to Factory Records, okay? So Factory Records is a label that brought us Joy Division and New Order, started by Tony Wilson in England in the middle of the punk madness, okay? Vinnie Riley, who is Durutti column, the guitarist, every time he plays the guitar, no matter what, it always sounds like this tone. It's beautiful. But he started out with a punk rock band called the Nosebleeds, okay? Nothing really happened with that, but Tony Wilson heard them and noticed his guitar and basically signed him. The other thing about Vinnie Riley, and Durutti call him, he's a very sickly man. He's almost died many times in his life, you know? And that kind of sadness of the weight of dealing with that, I always hear it in his tone. Can you hear it? So, you know, I guess I could probably take another call, you know. Who's gonna call me now?
Hey, Derek, it's Sally from
Sally.
Stupid Morning Bullshit.
Hey.
Hope you're doing well. Listen, I need a favor. I'm here at this giant record store, and it's just kind of overwhelming, and I need someone to help me pick out records. I figured you'd be a great person for that. Let me know. I'd love to see you here. Bye.
Sally's at a big record store, you know. I bet it's Canesville. Sally Higgs to the rescue. Some of the music was really commercial, but it was always really well made.
Derek,
Hey, Sally.
so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you so
girl.
much.
What's going on?
You know, you've introduced me to a world of music, and now here I am at Canesville Collectibles in
The
Council
Canesville.
Bluffs. I needed an expert, so shall we?
My goodness, let's do this.
How do you go through a record crate? Because all of this could be overwhelming.
Well, for
Like-
myself, the first thing I do is, like, since we're back here in what this is considered collectible, is I just start flipping to see what is the general nature of what I'm seeing. Is it actually collectible? Is it more of the same old stuff?
Okay, I'm in the Gary Lewis section, and now
Okay.
I'm in the Jerry Lewis section.
Okay, so what we have here is mainly a lot of oldies. Sally, do you know this record at all? Scritti Politti.
I've heard of Scritti
The
Politti.
perfect way to make a crazy.
I couldn't tell you any songs
Okay,
that they do, though.
I think it's some of the best, most perfect pop music ever.
Scritti Politti.
Yep. I don't think that this is
Throw it
some
in
of
the
the best
pile.
ever.
It's a Derek Higgins recommendation.
I do recommend it. I bet you'll like it.
I'll do a review for you.
There you go. This is cool. Fanny, the first all-female rock and roll band ever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that it's called Fanny. It reminds me of.
And they didn't realize that Fanny was a slang word for butt when they named the band.
Oh, really? Are they British?
No, they're American.
Huh.
So when they toured Europe and the audience would be yelling, Fanny, 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 they thought it was cool, but they were making fun of them at first.
Oh, well, that's typical.
Yeah.
No offense, but, men.
Yep. Women of color in the band as well.
That's very progressive.
Yeah, it was very progressive.
That's very cool.
So this is where it gets pretty hot. This is good stuff. Wes Montgomery, Billy Cobham and George Duke, plus the prices.
I love Connie Francis.
There you go.
Oh, my God. She did the la dee, la la. That one. Oh, I love her. I'm going to. Oh, Neil Diamond. Do you love Neil Diamond?
Yes, how can you go wrong with Neil Diamond?
If you had to pick Neil Diamond or Neil Young, which one would you
Oh,
go?
girl, there's no choice. Neil Young.
Okay, but what about in a fight?
Well, they're both old now, okay?
Right.
Now, you know,
But
so
picture it. Two old music legends locked in a cage match.
I put my money on Neil Young.
You think so? My mom loves Neil Diamond. She'd be disappointed to hear you say that. What if Van Morrison came in there just to kick some ass?
I think Van Morrison would be something to deal with.
Okay.
Frampton?
Peter Frampton?
Yes. A lot of times when I see something like that, that's what I want to do with that, you know? So much of romance is lies. Oh, baby, I'll drink your dirty bath water.
Yeah, that's not great.
Thank you.
Although that's kind of romantic. Would you really, Derek? Sweet.
No. You think anybody? Well, no.
Some people would. Some people are into that, you know?
I ain't gonna go there. Yeah. Are you looking for anything or just kind of
Well, I'm
wanting to
always
kinda
looking
know?
for Dolly, but
Oh, Oh, Dolly Parton?
Yes.
Oh, okay, we're in the wrong section. Tim, where's the country at? And Dolly Parton in particular, what do you think you got?
Yeah, it's empty there.
Yeah, you're sold out. That is a lot of what happens here. So
I believe it.
Yeah.
Let's go upstairs.
Wow. Oh my goodness. This looks like a closet my dad has at his house.
So this is like overrun, and then a lot of this stuff is like stuff like, Chicago, you see these records, they're ubiquitous. Mm-hmm. So they get 1 million copies of them in, and so then, matter of fact, there was one time one of these rooms was almost completely full of Helen Reddy records, and they just finally threw them away. Okay, now I've never spent time in here. I'm gonna have to come back here because I do still collect 45s.
Yeah? Wow.
I'm gonna find something in here.
Yeah.
And see, this is the sort of store that, if you're a regular digger, you just wanna kind of like come on a regular basis. Now, the way I do it, honestly, because I don't have a lot of money, is I'll go by feeling. I'll literally get a feeling. It's like, okay, there's something in the store for you, go. And I find something.
Got some Skirty Politti. I got some Alabama. I got some George Benson. I think that runs the gamut. Oh my gosh.
There you go. Nolan, baby. Take it home.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Sally. Good listening to you, all right?
Yeah, good listening to you. Now I'm going to walk back to Atlanta. See you later.
Well, wait, nice day for it. So here we are at Higgs Corner. And I got my people with me because, I can't operate without a crew, and my crew are my friends. And so we vibe together, even though you're kind of focused on what I got to say. But I think it's kind of a group thing going on here, a group vibe that we're sharing with you, the music thing. Higgs Corner can be many things, and I'm looking to share with you some interviews with some people in the near future. But for today, I have some time to take some calls, and that's what we're going to do. All righty?
Derek Higgins. This is Wireshark, local chat. I figured I'd call in. I know I'm a little bit late, but I'd like to hear something groovy, a little bit of funk, and something that brings people together, all right? All right, love you a lot. Bye.
When he talks funk, I can go so many different directions. Okay. Let's see, is this the one I'm thinking of? Now, this might seem a little obvious, but I'm thinking of a particular song. Yeah, here we go. You said he wanted something to get the people together, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Funkadelic, George Clinton. How can we do any better than that? Okay. Yeah, here we go. I'm not cleaning my record, so pardon if there's a skip.
I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. We will do you no harm, other than pee in your bathroom. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog, and I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me.
You said you wanted some funk?
Even if you don't dig it, don't mean it's not the thing or thing to do. Could be just for you. Even if you don't feel it right now, don't mean someday it'll turn you out.
Right?
You'll be out of sight. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm.
Do no harm, yo.
It's just for you.
Just for you.
With just a little bit of effort, I can't admit we might just turn you on.
I think so. Yeah, baby. Kid, it's a party all of a sudden. Goddamn. Keep that shit moving. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket.
Even if you don't admit it.
That's the ticket. We got you, brothers. We got you.
And here we are. We're just for you. Stickers in
like George Clinton started out in the 50s, doo-wop, and he was a hairdresser. Yeah, he was had a real good conch. They called it a conch, where you straighten black people's hair. He had a real good he was well known for it, in his area. But he was also very ambitious. And so he was always pushing whatever band he was in. Parliament, that was the band. And then Parliament, once they discovered weed and LSD, they became funkadelic, But his template was definitely James Brown and Sly and the Family Stone. We definitely have to give credit to James Brown as far as modernizing funk, of defining funk. I really do see James Brown as one of the architects of discovering the fact of funk. Funk has always been there. One thing that I have noticed about progressive rock music is how funky some of it is, but people don't talk about that. Like, I find a lot of the Italian progressive bands very funky in an Italian way, and yet that's not what the music is about. But when I listen to the rhythm, it's like, man, this is really funky. So,
is there an Italian funk band you can think of that right off the top of your head?
Yes.
Italian funk.
Okay. So now, I need a break. I have to go into the A's. I have to get into the A's. All right. This next thing I'm going to play, now that I think about it, it's like, it's Italian. It's not so obviously funky, but check this out. It's a band called Area.
What year?
This one is 1978. Area. Okay. 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 Okay, we need a little volume on this one. Oop, that might be a little much.
That band.
Yeah. Thank you. This is the singer's part. Coming up after this. Now that is funky, right? I just always think it's like, what a shame such dynamic, amazing music is not made more accessible. It's kind of one of my big complaints about big business is like, since the focus of the business is to make the most money, we have to dumb it down to reach the most people, and so therefore everybody suffers. Just want to put that out there. So, we had a call a while back, we've gone all over the place, but this is Higgs Corner, this is how we do it. I'm hanging with my people. I do want to remind you, I've got my crew here with me, and we're just hanging tough, This is really fun. Do we want to do another call?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, one more. All right. You betcha.
You bet.
Isn't that cool?
That was wild.
Okay, so once again, I'm batting 100 so far.
Hey, Mr. Higgins. This is Turdnor from chat. I was planning on driving to Los Angeles sometime in the near future, and I wonder what you would recommend for that drive from Phoenix, Arizona to Los Angeles. Thank you and goodbye.
All right. Phoenix to Los Angeles, it's out there in the desert. Should be a lot of sunshine. Well, I'll tell you, that's a tough one because I could give you a plethora of things to listen to. You know, what's interesting, the first thing that's coming to mind for some reason is this piece by Gong. I don't know why. Shamal. Out in the desert, driving, so we don't want it to be something that's going to make him fall asleep. And just this groove, just, I don't know, it just came into my head. Niket just became a friend of mine online, and we've been chatting already. These people recognize. I love it. I love it. Gong have really been in my corner. Is this cruising music or what? You on the road now? I almost called you like a brother. You cruising, right? Got this shit popping while you think you're going somewhere, getting ready to do something good. That's Didier Malherbe on the sax there. Blundido. Bad motherfuckers, y'all. Come on now. Gong is so important to me. David Allen, the guy that started Gong, rest in peace, is originally from Australia. And he was one of those teenagers who got the wild hair up his ass and I'm going to see the world. And he just left. Ended up in England. Helped to form the band Soft Machine. He is a shaman, but also a true, to me the word hippie is a compliment. A person who was interested in, you know, just being real and understanding things and being honest. And all that's in the music of Gong all through. Interesting, this album is after David Allen had left the band and it's just the music, which is still very potent. But at this point, they're not espousing the whole pothead pixie philosophy. They would try to, when they could, on tours, on the night of the full moon, that the show would not start until midnight. And that's when they would start at midnight, quite often after dropping acid too. For the fellow who wanted the music for driving, you shouldn't be falling asleep with this going on, okay? And if anything, maybe it will be good fodder for thought. So that's what I got for you today, baby. You know, as always, spending a little bit of time with you is, I consider it a great privilege. And I hope I haven't wasted your time talking all this bullshit. I know it's not bullshit, but you know what I'm saying. The message I would like to send or always leave you with is elevate. And just what's happening in the world is a lot of division. I would like to encourage us to flow more in a direction of being unified or thinking about what we have that unites us as opposed to these false or superficial divisions that has everyone's heads on fire. Thanks for coming to Higgs Corner, and I'll see you.